Hi everyone, welcome back. Happy New Year. I hope everyone is doing great. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and I hope that you're ushering the new year in a positive manner. If things are not going so great for you right now, then just take that out the atmosphere and put positive thoughts to manifest what you want to happen this year. I am trying to do that myself. For the last 2 weeks, I would say the last week before the new year and this week, I have had zero desire to actually create anything. Like, I've thought about coming in here and crafting, but when I come to the door, I'm just like, I have nothing to create. I don't want to craft. So hopefully I get out of that slump, I guess. I think a lot of people go through it, but for me it feels really bad because I don't even feel bad that I haven't created it in a while. So crazy, I know. But anyway, it is a few things that I plan on changing for the channel, for the better, I think. I have no resolutions this year for life or creating. I just want to do better than I did last year, and I just want to be happy. I do have goals, but they're more personal goals. So, you know, maybe they'll come through the channel as the year gets further in. But as of now, they're just goals, secret goals. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started and make something, hopefully. So I have this little notebook that I have, and you guys saw me alter a notebook for the holidays, and I have 3 of those things, and I really don't use these little notepads that much, but I wanted to do some Valentine's Day type stuff with them. Okay, so I feel like this book is upside down. I think the thicker side is supposed to be the front, but this has a higher writing portion. So the skinny side, I guess, is the front. So we're gonna put that to the side, and we're gonna use these 2 papers. I hope that this is coming out well. Also, I know that sometimes when production is not great, I don't like to make videos because I feel like they're not as good as quality as I could make. So what I normally do, and you know, I want to discuss a few things, crafty things, so hopefully everyone is okay with that. It's in reference to repeat videos, repeating crafts that I've done in the past. I will not stop doing that because people that are new to the channel, and this goes for a lot of people that are new to channels, they don't go back. A lot of people don't binge watch what people create. They just kind of hop on and go from there. I've been binge to watch people in the past, and I enjoyed watching them, so it was not a big deal that I actually binge watch those people. But some people don't want to binge watch, and some people don't have a lot of time, and I know I talk a lot in my videos, so you know, that's not going to change that much. But I want to talk, I'm going to try my best to stay relevant on topic and task. Anyway, a lot of people that have a lot of content, a large catalog, a large body of work on YouTube, if you go to their channel, sometime they'll say, oh, they'll reference, you know, the pencil stand I created. I don't know if anyone ever made a pencil stand. I'm just using it as a reference. So yes. And they'll say, yeah, you can go back and look at the iCard. If it's like within the last 6 months, I feel that people will go back and look at it. So all I'm doing right now is just trying to butt this all the way up to the very top. I could have just measured it out and cut it, but I want you to see what I'm doing. Just so you can see. And so you see I got that little notch right here. These lines won't matter because they're going to get cut. So I just cut those 2 down and make sure the hearts are going the right way. So, you know, they'll tell us to go and watch the video that they did, you know, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't think anyone really wants to go back and watch those videos because I was doing and I'll tell you for myself, I don't mind going back and watching or binge watching people's videos. But for me, like, you'll see some of the same stuff repeated because I know that people may not want to see that. And if you do seasonal things, like if you do rosettes, like I've made a few rosettes on here, and you'll probably see some for Valentine's Day, you don't want to see me make a Halloween rosette. You want to see something current so you can get an idea of what you want to do for Valentine's Day. I understand that. So for people that have been subscribed to my channel for a long time, I know that you see repeats. I plan on freshening up, and I don't want to say I'm going to be trendy because I've never been a trendy person, but I do want to stay current. Current is a better word. I believe current is a good word selection for the things. Like I plan on doing some things that are definitely out of my comfort zone because I want to expand and, you know, do better. I want to do better. I want to be better. Anyway, the reason why I said I was looking for a video for something that I need to figure out how to do on my electronic cutting machine. And the video was 7 years old. And you know, with technology, things do get updated. And all I'm going to do right now is I was going to use some wet glue, but this paper is so thin that I don't want to be bothered with it. I'm just going to take some glue and tape it down. You know, technology is currently always constantly changing when it comes to electronic cutting devices. Even like, for example, Tim Holtz had a Vacay 1, which is a big shot electronic. And now he has a Vacay 2. Does it do anything different? I don't know, because I don't have the two machines to compare them. You know, like the Big Shot. I know that the Big Shots come out with different ones. Like I had the pink one that died, but I bought it secondhand. And then I have the turquoise one that I purchased from Overstock.com. And the handle is, I guess I've been cranking it too much because the handle is trying to slide off. And maybe I didn't put it on properly because the handle, you do have to assemble yourself. It doesn't come, well, mine didn't come assembled. And I'm choosing to put it on the actual notebook versus the paper because the notebook is what's going to be covered, not the paper. I hope that makes sense to you all. And this is going to be a easy alteration because it's gonna be simple, very, very simple. Make sure I got it on the right way. Yep. And I'm just trying to make sure I butt it against that line. And here we go. Now with the edges overlapping and being off, that's okay because I have scissors. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it down. But I also wanted to make sure that I got all the way to the very top of it in the corners, because you know I tell you all the time, I'll put something on and it doesn't stick all the way because the edges are coming up. And now I'm just going to rub this down some to make sure that the glue, the adhesive, is like being very friendly with the scrapbook paper. So yes, anyway, the video that the person did was no longer, you know, no longer relevant, no longer current. Because it was, you know, so much older. It was 6 years old. Now, if someone tells you how to fold a piece of paper, I mean, that is pretty much going to stay the same. Although, you know, people want to see new things. Because if you watch, for example, if you are subscribed to Bob Ross channel, right? Nothing ever is going to change on Bob Ross's channel. Because Bob Ross is no longer with us, and all his stuff was on PBS at one time, so they may have some people talking about Bob Ross, but none of his content, none of what he says is going to change. He's still going to say happy accidents. He's still going to make trees and clouds with smiles, and he's still going to talk to his little squirrel. But if, you know, if you're current and you're making videos, I think that sometimes you should make, you know, like an update video, unless it's like a one-time thing. For example, I don't know, let me build a shelf. You're not going to build a lot of shelves, but you may cut a lot of paper. You may do some of the same things over and over again. So I feel like it's good to do repeat projects. I wouldn't say every day, but you know, there are card making channels out there, and it's only so many ways you can make cards. I know that one of the groups I'm on, they have like a list of cards you can make. But after you've exhausted all card making, you're going to go back to something else. You're going to go back to the, you know, the same thing. Because I'll tell you, I like the gatefold card a lot, but I don't do it that much on here. I don't know why. Because I want to try to experiment with other things, I guess. Alright, so I pulled out some not heart washi, some Valentine, I guess you could say it's Valentine-ish ribbon, but I see this tape that says XOXO, and that I think will go great with it, because I wanted to use this sheet with some pockets, but I think I'm going to do something else with that, so I'll probably make a Valentine's Day card next. But this XOXO washi will be cute. So I'm going to use some tape, and what I think I'm going to do, yep, I'm just going to run it straight down this line. So what I'm going to do is run it down this row just like that. Just like that. I hope that makes sense to you. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about seeing repeat projects. I know I had said that before, but I don't know if I released a video or not, or did I delete it. Sometimes I'm just snapping it off right now, only because I don't want the washi tape to go all off, and then when I get ready to pull it off, it snags off. Yep. So that's, you know, that's why I'm asking that question. I do believe that sometimes you could do the same thing too many times and it can get old. But as long as you have different color paper and different things like that, and you make the same project, it won't get old. A lot of people do that. Like if you make jewelry, for example, you may make 5 necklaces and they may be all different. You know, you may do different styles. You may do different weavings. You may make plain necklace. You could use, you know, different materials. It could be all silver, all gold. It's still a necklace, but it's a different necklace because you use different materials. So I hope that makes sense to you and you all understand what I'm talking about. And you're not like, Brandy's lost her mind for 2019, because I haven't. Not yet, at least. So with any goals that you set, right, you always have to have like a reality check with your goals. And I think sometimes with resolutions, like personal resolutions, I think sometimes we set ourselves up for failure, right? And I'll tell you why. Because I think sometimes our goals, that's kind of cute. Actually, it's really cute. Not kinda. I think our goals sometimes can be unrealistic. We don't really think them out. Like say, for example, you are, I don't know, let's see. You can't cook. We'll say can't cook, right? And you say, in 3 months, I'm going to be a world-renowned chef. World-renowned chef, right? I don't think that's going to happen. Not realistically speaking. Unrealistically, yes. So if you really want to learn how to cook, you know you have to learn how to maybe read a recipe. Things like that. So I think that's, you know, a better goal to set. You know, in 3 months, I'll learn how not to burn boiling water. When I was younger, and I dated this guy, he used to always talk about his sister not being able to cook because she burnt eggs in a pot before. And you know what? I've burnt eggs in a pot before as an adult, but I was so daggone tired. I came home, because that's when I was like on this diet. I was like boiling eggs, eating oatmeal, you know, just trying to be the healthiest person possible. But now I rarely eat eggs, so but that's a different story of why I don't eat eggs that much. But anyway, and I burnt the eggs, and I woke up and the eggs were on the ceiling. I was just like, what in the world? Yep. So not being able to cook and just falling asleep is not the same, which is still not good, because I could have burnt the house down, right? Not with eggs. Yeah, I guess I could have, because once the pot catch on fire, maybe. Yep. But thankfully, we have a smoke detector. The smoke detector didn't even go off, come to think of it. I wonder why not. I guess because it was right at the end of no water being there and the eggs. Yeah, that was a waste of food. Anyway, this is what we're doing so far. We have our, yeah, we have this washi tape. We have our paper. Now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and ink up the edges with a pink or a red. Okay, so we are Victorian Velvet, and it looks velvet and Victorian, I must say. It's like when you go to people's, well, some of you probably don't even know what I'm about to talk about, but, you know, back in the day, you go to some older lady's house, some more mature lady's house, and she'd have the house, one room looked very pristine. Maybe it was covered in furniture was covered in plastic, and you felt something and you was like, what is that? Yep, that velvet, that Victorian velvet, right? All right, so we are going to use these XO and these hearts. I think I want to use white. It will match, well, the XO will match the washi tape. I can't speak. And so over the holidays and still currently, I'm almost finished though, I think, with pulling off my stamps. I'm not almost finished. I'm almost finished organizing them, I guess, and putting them on wood blocks. My fingernails and my fingers hurt so bad. If you have played video games for a long time, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you have a video game person, you know, when you used to play, your thumbs get real flat. That's what happened to me from pulling off so many wood stamp blocks. All right, there we go. And now let's see what we can't do to the inside. I think I'll save that for later. All right, so we're going to use these basic gray stamps. I like these so much. I must have gotten them in a D-stash. Yeah. So I'm getting ready to stamp this Love is Better Than Chocolate. I know some of us would not agree, but I do believe love is better than chocolate. Chocolate is so good, though. All right, and it looks so cute. Like, stamps are great. I'm going to stamp that a few times. I don't have my acrylic blocks. I don't know where I put them. It's in the box, probably. So I'm just using the lid off of something else, and it still works as long as it has that suction or stickiness. And I'm just taking the stamp, the ink to the stamp, and going for it. I don't want to overdo it because you still want people to be able to use these little books, right? Yeah. So did I put it on the left? So I'll put this one on the right, and I'm going to put it just like that. Cool. Very cool. All right, so now we're going to stamp I Love You, and I think I'll stamp I Love You on the back right here, because if you take this little notebook, right, and girls do this more so than guys do this. If you take this notebook, I'm going to just sit that there and let it dry. You could take this book and, you know, write little love notes to your significant other, and that's what I think would be cool. You know, when he or she opens the page, it says, I love you more than chocolate, and maybe you could put like a little Hershey Kiss or something, paper or wrapper or something, or even like a little coupon to get some kind of chocolate cake or something like that. If that makes sense. So now I think I want to put some hearts in here just randomly. I have some pink hearts already punched out from a previous project. I love this little punch. I don't know if I purchased it or someone purchased it for me, but I love that little, I love it. So I'm going to just randomly put some glue on the back. I'm just going to drop them, well, not drop them, but put them in on pages, random pages. And then we will almost be done, I guess. Because, you know, I don't want to over embellish anything that's not mine. I don't know. Yeah, I won't go there. I won't even. Yeah. So hopefully it dries. If not, I'll have to do that part over. Yes. This book seems upside down to me. Just saying. It just feels upside down. And I do like to do random placements versus a actual put it in a certain spot placement. Only thing about random placement versus actual placing it somewhere, you can run into, oh, I have too much stuff in this one spot, because I feel like once you start opening it, you know, the project in the same spot over and over again, it kind of has a memory, and it forms that memory to it. And you really don't want that. I wouldn't think, at least. I could be wrong. Alright, so I'm just going to set this aside just like that. And I am going to get my little sheet of paper out again and poke out a few more little holes right here and be back. Alright, so here we are. I punched out a few little hearts in 2 different colors. Nothing major. So, like I was saying, I was watching a few videos, because the little roommate, which we should have thought this through, I didn't. We got a train, not one of those fancy, expensive trains. We got him a wood train that you got to put together and push on the track. So the living room is full of train pieces. I was fortunate enough to find a lot of pieces at the thrift store for an excellent price. So he got that for Christmas on top of some more pieces, just so he'd have more pieces to go with his little train setup. And he likes it, which he connects the pieces together. I mean, there's no complete track because, unfortunately for this brand, I think that you will probably we need to buy some more train tracks, to be honest. And we're not going to get those yet. Maybe for his birthday. Maybe. But, yes, I shouldn't have got those. You know, that's why I said I didn't think it through. I'm just going to try to place the hearts in like a little random spots. They don't have to be up, but I want them in like little random on top, you know, over each other. And I think that's all we're going to do with that. And then I have some pieces that I got from, this was like 2 years ago, I think. 2017, was it? I think it was 17, maybe 16, I don't know. It was in a haul a long time ago, a haul video I did from Dollar General. These things smell, they stink really, really bad. They're supposed to smell like cupcakes, but it just stinks. It makes you, it's kind of obnoxious, the odor of it. So hopefully the obnoxious odor will go away. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. It's obnoxious, obnoxious. It's an obnoxious odor. And so we're just going to randomly place a few little cute things on here. You see, I told you it's opening back to that spot. And then we'll be done with this little project, because it doesn't have to be completely completed, because you don't want to put all the space and the person can't write or do anything like that. And I'm going to put one strawberry in here because it looked like it needed to go in here. I'll put that right there. So let's slide this over. And now I do want to use one more strip of washi. This washi tape I've had for a while, so hopefully it works. And I'm not going to use anything to put it down. The last book I made, I put right dead smack in the center, and it didn't close because, you know, sometimes I think very clearly, and then other times I just don't think at all. Yay! So I'm going to put that strip, let's see, just open up a random page that doesn't have anything on it. Right there. And we're just going to put this strip of washi. And it's roses, I think. Like laser cut roses, I believe. Yeah, but it's still adhesive. It has some adhesive stickiness to it. And let's put it on this side. You all know I like washi. but I guess we have a love-hate relationship. I like it in projects, but I don't use it that often because you know how I feel about its stickiness. I'm just gonna rub in the tub. I'm gonna snip this off. Yep, this is our completed, simple, fun project. All right, so you know, quick, simple, nice and easy project that you could make in less than 30 minutes. I think. No, probably not. Probably so. So it says XO and it has a little arrow through the heart. And then you open it. And I normally put something right here, but I didn't. Now I want to leave it plain. And then, you know, you saw me do this. And then just some stamping, a little stamping, light stamping. And then this is how it looks. Just something real simple, you know, like people that swap out their books and things throughout the year or different occasions. This would be cute for them to keep and write notes. Now, if they were to put this in their purse, these letters probably would slide off because they're foam adhesive letters. And so that would be something that people have to be careful of. But these sticky pieces, once they adhere to the paper, they're probably not going to go anywhere. So I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed the little update about me. Not much of an update, but you know, it is what it is. So until next time, happy crafting.